So you want to become a data scientist, but then you're afraid to learn the mathematics of data science. That is really a very big problem. It's because you can never continue smoothly with your journey in data science if you don't understand what's going on in every algorithm, what's going on in every code, what's going on in each program. So with that, if you really would like to become a data scientist, you need to have the heart for the mathematics. You need to have the passion for numbers, because basically it is the mathematics, it is the numbers that fuel data science projects or your data science algorithms. It could be machine learning, it could be deep learning, or in totality, we can just call them artificial intelligence. Understanding the processes of the mathematical concepts and theories of data science, you would be able to have that intelligent and smart intuition as to how you're going to approach each data science project. And this kind of approach is very important because you have to connect different algorithms. You have to make comparisons as to which model you're going to use that could give you the better results, if not the best result, so that by the moment you're going to implement a certain model, it's going to be the best one. It's going to be the most productive model that can optimize your company's vision and mission in giving the best product or service to your clients or customers. So with that, having the proper understanding of the mathematical concepts of data science is very significant in processing your data science project. So if you are a beginner in data science, what I would like to suggest to you is that you need to develop your mathematical ability, because this really gives you the best and the most appropriate and clearest understanding of the different algorithms to use in your project. And I would like to repeat this one. Data science is all about mathematical concepts. Data science is about numbers. If the data is the new oil, then mathematics is the fuel of data science. So if you are a beginner, then you have to take by heart my advice. You have to understand the mathematics of artificial intelligence. So this time, what I'm going to give is that I would like to present to you the books that I used when I was still beginning my data science journey, for me to be able to have a better understanding and proper intuition of the mathematical concepts of data science, the different algorithms, the different models. So if you want to become a data scientist, don't be afraid of mathematics. Do not hate mathematics. You have to love it, because this is your twin brother in dealing your every data science project. So before we continue, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there, because we do have a lot of free learning resources for you guys in deep learning, machine learning, natural language processing, the different models and algorithms used in data science, and many more. And also, don't forget to like this video and share this video with your friends. Now, let me share with you the two books that I use for me to develop my mathematical understanding of data science, especially that I came from a very different background. And this background is actually not technical. It's not even very connected to mathematics. So these two books really have helped me a lot in my data science journey. So the first book that I read for me to develop my mathematical understanding of the mathematical foundations of data science is the book by Mark Peter Roth, A. Aldo Faisal, and Cheng Sun Ong, which is entitled Mathematics for Machine Learning. So this book is really very beautiful. This is very nice because this gives us the proper background, the chosen significant topics of mathematics that are the very basics of machine learning. So I'm going to go through what's the content of this book and what we're going to learn from this book, so that you would be able to have a clearer picture why I chose this book first and foremost. So let's go. So this book is made up of two parts. The first part talks about the mathematical foundations, and the second part talks about the central machine learning problems So let's first have the first part, what this one is all about. So the first part of this book talks about the mathematical foundations of the different algorithms. So here, you would be able to have a better grasp of the linear algebra, and not all those topics of linear algebra, of course, would be discussed in this book, but only those chosen topics that are the foundations of machine learning are here. So for example, we have here the systems of linear equations, the matrices, solving systems of linear equations, the vector spaces. So basically, this is about the matrix algebra, which is really very important because we are not dealing with only one point. We are not dealing with only one value in our data science project, but we are dealing with thousands and thousands of data points. So this is why our understanding of matrices is very important. And this book also has the analytic geometry, which is also the very foundation of machine learning. So here you are taught about the different norms, the linear products, the orthogonal projections, and many, many more. Then, of course, there is this matrix decompositions. So you are taught here the determinant and the trace, which is, of course, very important too. And also we have here the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So these are just some of the things that this book really offers for you to have the better understanding of the linear algebra. And of course, this book also has the vector calculus. So if you don't understand your calculus very much, then I would like to suggest that apart from this book, you also have to study other books that teach you the very basic of calculus. So as you can see in this book, what is first taught here is the linear algebra, because this is the prerequisite to your understanding of the vector calculus. And here you are also dealing with the gradients of matrices. So again, you are going to process matrices using your calculus. So your understanding of the different natures and processes of algebra as it is used in processing the matrices is also the central part of your vector calculus. And then another mathematical foundation of machine learning is your probability and distribution. So this book also teaches you the most important points of probability and distribution. And lastly, for the first part of this book, you are taught about continuous optimization, wherein you are taught about the different optimization processes. So this book is a good book for you. Then after you've learned the different mathematical foundations, then of course you're going now to make the connections of these different concepts, of these different theories in your machine learning problems. So the part of this book teaches you how to conceptualize certain machine learning problems. Okay, for example, in the first part of this book, you are taught about the different concepts when models meet data. So what are you going to do? How are you going to choose the different parameters? And out of these different parameters that you have created, then you're going to choose the best one. Let's move on to other parts of this part 2. So also this book has linear regression, dimensionality reduction with principal component analysis. Then we have density estimation with Gaussian mixture models. Then we also have classification with support vector machines. So as you could see, not every model of machine learning is present in this book, but only those very basic models for you to at least start your machine learning project is given in here. So that's why I really suggest that this book must be one of must book that you have to read for you to be able to understand the different mathematical concepts and theories and machine learning principles, machine learning projects, at least as a beginner. So now, the second book that I would like to give you is a book that focuses on statistics and probability. And this book is really very significant as far as my Background is concerns because this really talks about business statistics. So I chose this book. It's because this book has pragmatic and practical applications of a different statistical concepts. And what I love about this book is that it is not boring, and it's as if you're involved in the books because you can see and can imagine very much clearly the different business cases. So let's go to this book. So this book is Statistical Techniques in Business and Economics. So this is really very unique to how statistics is applied in business and economics. So if you are into business analytics, if you're a person who deals with economic data, then this book is really very much of interest for you, I guess. So for all of those who would like to become a data scientist specializing in economics and businesses, then this book is a must book for you. So let's recognize first the authors. So the authors of this book are Lind, Marshall, Wathen. Forgive me if I tortured your name, but I think this is the correct pronunciation of your names. But I really thank you for writing this book because this book is very helpful in my data science journey. So let's try to look at what this book can offer us. So let's go to the brief content of this book. So if you are really starting your data science career and if you would like to study statistics, then I suggest that this book is really a good book for you because this book is very simple. The presentation of the topics is very organized from the very basic to the most advanced ones. And the explanation is very concise and very simple. And so for a beginner who don't have proper background of statistics, this book is really a must book for you to read. Of course, the first chapter would tell you what statistics is, and you are taught how to describe your data. That is in chapter 2, and this part of the book is really very important in all the forms of data science projects because this is a part of the pre-processing of your data. Then also in chapter 3, here is the describing the data and the numerical measures. So as you could see, the chapter 2, 3, 4 are applicable in all data science cases. So this book is really of great importance for any data scientist. So this is the part of the book that tells you in details what each chapter really is all about. So let me walk you through. So there you are. And these are the different things that you could see in each chapter. So let's just choose one. Okay, let's have chapter 13. So chapter 13 is about correlation and linear regression. So what is correlation analysis? The correlation coefficient. So how are you going to test the significance of the correlation? So this book is really for you if you would like to have a better understanding of linear regression. So that's it, guys. I have shared with you the two books that helped me a lot in my data science journey, especially when I was starting out my career as a data scientist. So if you want to know more about this channel, please don't forget to click the card on your right screen, and you can learn a lot about mastering machine learning algorithm, deep learning mathematics, natural language processing, the data science tips, the different data science algorithms, and a lot more topics. So here you can always learn and upskill for free.